Hi, this is Mari Grande, and I'd like to talk about exploring mandalas, the circle within. And lately, I've been sitting with the wisdom of circles. They're everywhere. The sun rising and setting, the rings inside a tree, the iris of an eye. A circle carries no start, no finish, only a wholeness that quietly holds everything. When I spend time with this truth, I feel both comforted and reminded of my place in something larger. Mandalas have been one of my most trusted ways back to myself and that truth. They remind me that healing doesn't move in a straight line. It's more of a spiral, circling inward, looping back, and each turn bringing me closer to my center. And over the years, I've turned to mandalas for so many reasons: to organize my thoughts when they feel scattered, to contain joy when it feels like too much to hold, and to process grief when words aren't enough. And when my mother recently transitioned, I found myself reaching for this practice in a new way. I began creating a series of small mandalas in a notebook I could keep close by, and each circle gave me a place to lay down the feelings and thoughts that surface, sometimes heavy, sometimes tender, sometimes confusing. The shapes and colors became a language for what I couldn't quite say. It didn't make the grief vanish, but it helped me hold it with more gentleness. I wonder if you've felt that too, that sense of being pulled in many directions or carrying emotions too big or tangled for words. What might it feel like to imagine your life as a circle? If you placed something at its center, what would it be? If your inner world spoke in colors and patterns, what would it choose? The word mandala, comes from Sanskrit, meaning circle. Across cultures and centuries, this form has carried a deep meaning. We see it in Tibetan sand paintings, Christian rose windows, and Native American medicine wheels. Carl Jung saw mandalas as reflections of the self, symbols of our psyche's movement toward wholeness. However they appear, in painted, carved woods, or sketched in dirt, they've always helped us remember our place in the greater whole. In today's world of constant movement and noise, it's easy to lose touch with that center. Mandala making offers a way back. It isn't about creating something beautiful or artistic. It's about presence. It's about listening to what wants to take form in that circle, in that center. Sometimes the practice helps me calm my nervous system, and over time, it gives me clarity or simply a sense of relief. Always, it reminds me that wholeness is never gone. If you'd like to try, start simply. Take a blank piece of paper and draw a circle inside. And just let your hand move however it wants. The lines, shapes, colors, even scribbles. There's no rules. There's no right. There's no wrong. Just curiosity. And pay attention to your breath as you create. Notice if something softens, even in a small way. And are you curious for more? Well, this November, I'm opening a small guided mandala circle. It's going to be a small group, and you can join the interest list right now. And if you're on that list, you'll be the first to receive details and a registration link. And together, we will create a space to explore, make, and reconnect with our own centers. And each month, we'll work with a theme, a different theme, and discover what wants to emerge, both individually and as a group. And if this speaks to you, I'd be honored to have you join me. There should be a link up or above to register. So happy circle creating. Bye for now.